Hello Virgo, welcome to your weekly love reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind energy can go vice versa, and this reading won't resonate with everyone, so take what fits, but please leave the rest out. And try not to make anything fit that doesn't. Okay, the Moon card. It's important to trust your intuition at this time with 5 of Spring. There's some hidden conflict going on. I feel like someone's really uncertain here due to their own thoughts, feeling like they keep going back and forth, feeling very positive, then negative, and just unable to move forward. Chemistry, I've never felt a passion this intense and regret. I wish this never happened. This person is feeling an intense draw, a pull towards you, and also regretting some things that they keep rehashing or resurfacing in their mind. Overall energy strength card. This is about having the inner courage, but I see already someone's taming themselves in the situation, hoping that they will find the courage to really fight for something they want. So let's see what's going on in your energy. We have Page of Cups, 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Temperance card. Some of you feel a little trapped yourself, unable to make a decision or move in a certain direction when it comes to a specific person. You feel like things have been handled in an inappropriate way or have been careless towards your feelings and emotions, and you feel like now it's not your job or your choice to do anything about this. Even though you feel like if you could, you couldn't. Some of you might feel blocked from this person. There's a lot of frustration or fear going on, especially them even approaching you again. Some of you are quite nervous or anxious of what they're going to say, or even them hurting your feelings further. Knight of Wands, especially with the Temperance card, you're hanging in there. You're focusing on your own goals in the Knight of Wands. But there's also this thing that pops up in your mind sometimes. Are they going to return? Are they going to do something about this? And it's not that even some of you want them to. It just feels like right now you're trying to gain peace and just get to a better energy for yourself. Just trying to focus on your needs. 6 of Wands, King of Swords, 4 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands for their energy. This person's constantly going back and forth. They feel like they keep changing their mind, but at the same time, they don't want that to happen. They want to stick to one thing that they feel and they think and move on that. And it becomes very frustrating that they can't get grippings on their feelings. Feels like that in the King of Swords, they're trying to look at this in a logical way, try to make the right choices and assess everything, but their feelings keep getting in the way. Let's see this 4 of Cups, 8 of Wands. I also see that they're really frustrated that they didn't succeed in the situation, that they were a disappointment. Queen of Cups. Yeah, their feelings just keep taking control over their mind, and they're really having a hard time. Some of them are going through some issues at night or suffering quite a bit with possibly depression, just overwhelmed in their feelings of negativity about you. Let's see this Queen of Cups. 5 of Swords. Yeah, it's something that you're unaware of. They really wanted to achieve something here, and they feel like they lost it. They really failed you in some way, but unable to express this and let down their ego so that their feelings don't get hurt or they're not looked at as if they're the ones that failed you, even though they know that's how they feel. So again, conflicting emotions. Ace of Swords, the Star, and the 10 of Pentacles for the past. This person saw you as a bright light that came into their life. This connection might have seemed unattainable when it comes to commitment or long-term stability, because there could have been other factors such as distance in the Star card. Some of you, it was because there was no communication in the Ace of Swords, not direct truth. Seemed like it was very difficult for this person to express themselves on what their goals were with you, or if they did see you as a long-term committed partner. But the initial phases when you got together or started talking, they were allowing their emotions to take control. Some of them hinted about the fact that they found somebody like you. They never really thought that they would. Somebody that's compatible financially, mentally, also emotionally. They could have said some things that they promised or made you feel that they were intending to do, and they just didn't follow through. After this, it seemed like they, escaped, but it's due to fear. There's some other things going on as well, circumstances, but they really feared giving up control of their feelings and emotions. It felt like after they initially got in this, they were having this loss of control that it made them start to think and really retreat, start to figure things out and go, I don't know if I can allow my heart to get sunk in like this. I don't want to get hurt. So I see someone trying to avoid in the Seven of Swords Fool card and having things their own way, almost testing you as well. You might have felt at times, especially with communication, that they were testing the waters, seeing how sometimes you would react to things, or if you'd get upset at some things that they said, because it seemed off to you. Some things as time went on just seemed like it was so different than where you first initially started with them. So you felt like they were up to something here, and it just didn't seem quite right. Something seemed off balance. Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Knight of Pentacles. For the challenge, things were always up and down, all over the place with the wheel. And I felt like you couldn't really rely on anything because they seemed so unpredictable, not really making the decisions that you would make for this connection. And it felt like you couldn't trust what they were going to do next. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles, felt like it was so slow moving. At times they weren't really going to commit, or they're not headed towards a goal with you because their energy was elsewhere. Let's see this Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. Yeah, a very flippant energy because we have water and air. This is very frustrating. You're showing up in the Queen of Swords. They're showing up at the Knight of Cups. And they may give you some kind of hope towards them committing or them in love with you, but then they change their mind and do something different or treat you in a different way. And it becomes frustrating because you're just looking at them and going, just tell me how it is. Do you want this or not? I mean, I can handle it. I just need to know because it's very unfair to me. Even if you weren't communicating that with them, you were expressing that. You were setting the tone in conversations, getting to the point of the matter. But with the Knight of Cups as well, it felt like they would love you in that moment, but it ended up being fleeting. That suddenly they just keep changing back and forth. Some of you might have felt like this was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like you could not figure out a lot of things going on with them. And with the Queen of Swords in the past, you could figure anyone out. You are very intelligent emotionally as well as logically. And you can see 10 steps ahead what someone's feeling or going to do just because of the predictability. You look at people's patterns, you see what they're doing, and how they're going to react to things, and then you remember that. Whereas a lot of people will shrug it off and just kind of ignore or numb things out. You don't. Why? Because a lot of you had to go through this due to survival mode. You had to be very aware emotionally about your surroundings or what someone was going to do next, because I see some personal trauma coming up to the surface, and that is what's kept you safe, and also try to make sure you focus on what you need for yourself, not letting other people dictate to you what they want for your life. Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, they were really triggering to you. Some core wounds being addressed, and they were a catalyst for this, but you started to see, especially after they retreated, that there was a purpose for this, and you're understanding that and working on yourself. But at the same time, you're trying to keep yourself guarded because you don't want this person to just come swoop back into your life and disrupt all the progress that you made. But at the same time, some of you are also wishing that there would be resolution. So I see both of you having some inner conflict, wanting to get to a better place emotionally. Seven of Cups, Emperor, and the Two of Wands for what they're about to do. So someone's about to take charge of the situation, and things are going to change fast because someone's made a quick decision. So if this reading is resonating with you, in the extended, we're going to go over exactly what action this is, what they're going to say moving forward, as well as the timing and the outcome. If this is your last stop, though, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.